Alright, haulers. Hello and welcome back to Satisfactory. So, some things have changed again off screen. I've had a couple ideas that I'm trying to mess around with, and in the process of moving all of those resources from our old coal factory, which you can check out right there on the top right hand corner, I've decided that my plan here, the highway, this is the old highway here that I had started to put together. It ran all the way down and met up with that, but it would have run straight into that rock, kind of coming from this angle. It would have collided there. I realized that if I line the factory, or I line the new highway up with the factory layout here, so you can see here it's exactly parallel to it, that it goes straight that way, which we can use to connect to the other coal nodes, and then there's a little hill over there where we explored last time, not last time, but the time before that. So now this goes down and connects perfectly, yet we're still able to go down that way. Like, I haven't finished it yet. That's still the old highway there, but this is the new one. At least laid out, basically. I still have to finish it, obviously. But that means that now we're actually able to connect right to the factories right off the highway. And then down here you can see this is going to head off this way and down to another set of stuff down there. Because we've got like 3 iron nodes, we've got some resources right there. I don't know exactly what those are, some stuff that way. So I've decided here that basically all of iron is going to be right there. All of copper is going to get moved. It's going to get expanded down that way. This is all going to run further down until it meets up with that intersection there. And what'll end up happening is this side here is going to get changed. Basically, I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to explain it. So, this side will also be a factory. This stone miner will be by itself. There's going to be a unit that goes across the top into this factory. And then any stone that comes from that direction or that direction will come in those sides, come into this, and this will be stone processing. I considered doing copper processing on this side too, because we've really only got, like, over here, if we go into this building, we've got the 2 mines, but they're way down at this end, so I don't know if I'm quite going to do that. What I might do is do the opposite, where this section here will be copper, this whole thing is going to be iron on the outside. I don't think there's going to be anything right here except for splitters and stuff to get into the smeltery, but you can see over there, all that stuff can run this way. But we've got those 2 iron nodes, those 2 iron nodes, we got 2 more over there, 2 more up on top, 2 stone nodes, at least 2 copper nodes. We got more on the other side there too that will come up this direction. But this whole thing's going to get changed and rebuilt. And a lot of people are going to be like, well, what's the point in tearing everything down, rebuilding every time? That's part of the game. As you learn, as you grow, as you get access to more resources, you get the ability to upgrade, make things more efficient, make things run better. And that's my whole goal here, is to make things run as clean and efficiently as we can. So the big process here is going to be finishing getting the highway out that direction, which I want to do today. In the meantime, I also set up a little stone plant so that we temporarily... What the heck? That's annoying. I don't know if I can catch that. Let me see if I can get to that. Got it. So we're gonna finish this highway heading that way and connect it. Obviously, it's not gonna be completely done. There's no, like, base to it, which I'll need to finish eventually. But, we'll get that done, and then... Whoops. God, I'm having no luck with parkouring. I kinda... Like, I'm trying to figure out how I'm gonna do that. I could... If I really wanted to, I could probably run the conveyor belt right underneath, now that I think about it. I just don't know. Let's test that out, because I could put a little feeder under here. Because the same thing over here is there's going to be a line with stone coming from this direction, where I could have it split off and run conveyors underneath. Oh, ooh. I could just run the conveyor belts underneath the walkway. I didn't think about that. That would be kind of cool, wouldn't it? But I mean, it's going to be limited space. That's my only concern, is you're only going to be able to run a few lines. Obviously, once we get... The thing is, too, is it kind of scales up, because we'll get more conveyors, like with higher speeds, but we're going to have miners with higher speeds. So I'm not sure. I might do that. That way we can limit however many are up on top. That'd be pretty cool, I think. But we'll go ahead, we'll start tearing this stuff down, and we're going to finish up getting the highway hooked up down at the other end, and finishing getting the ramp in that building. That building's going to have to be torn down and rebuilt, but I want to get some of the basic stuff laid out. I think that would be a good idea. I'd like, if possible, to get stone running, even if it's not pretty and built, just so that we can just produce as much concrete as possible. Because you can kind of see from the amount of foundations and stuff we're using that I'm going to run out here pretty fast. But the other thing too is I want to get this hooked up so that we can get back down there. We'll tear this whole thing down. We'll get stone down there run. We can figure out exactly how we need to lay this out and kind of get a little factory set up right on this side too and get that going. But yeah, I think what I'll do is I'll work on that, and then I'll see you guys when I'm closer to getting it done. Alright, so I've been super busy getting stuff put together for this and testing out some ideas. You can see in my to-do list, I've got 4 Mark II miners listed. So I've got a basic highway layout done, and I've decided that most of what I want to do involves it being enclosed. I personally prefer enclosed spaces when it comes to machinery and stuff like that. I think it looks cleaner. So the highway is going to be a double-decker system. We are currently on the top deck, and this highway comes up and across past these 2 miners or 3 miners when it's done on here, and goes straight down to this end where it will split off in 2 directions. You can either go down that way or go that way. If you go down that way, you're going to the entrance over there for the quarry itself. The quarry itself, I believe, will stay completely open, and underneath the deck below will join, I'll show you, let me jump down here. This deck here is going to be for conveyor belt transport, so any products that are made down here, any of the stone that's turned into anything, whether it's just to be processed or whatever, will get brought up with lifts onto this, and then the conveyor belts are going to all run directly underneath, as well as power. Power is going to be completely enclosed in this space as well. So that's the design I've come up with. Now I'm at a point where it's time to start getting everything put together. So I just went and made 2 more miners to build here, and basically once I get these up and running, or once I get these where I want them, it's going to be a matter of getting everything kind of enclosed and then ready to go so that they can start getting to production as quick as they can. So this is 120. That one should be 120 because it's a normal node, I believe. I don't remember. Actually, I can check. Yep, it is a normal node. So we'll go over and check this one. And that one is 120 per minute. So what it looks like will end up happening is we have 3 stone things down there. So let's go ahead. I'm going to set these here. So now I've got those set. So let's lay out kind of the idea here. Oh, well, that's my first problem. I need some rods here. Let me make sure I can get some. I forgot them. I will be back. Alright, we're back. So I've got a couple on me. I had some in the truck. Didn't realize it. So let's lay this out. So my idea here is stone will all be on this side here because the stone will be produced down there, brought up. This stone's being produced here, and all of this will combine into a line that way. And then there's 2 iron nodes here, 2 iron nodes here. These can all connect and come this way. Obviously, whatever comes down the mountain will connect into, or whatever we find in these other areas. There's that. But, so, how tall can I go with that? Alright, so I can do about 4, which is perfect because there will end up being 4. So there's 3 down there, and then there's 1 here. So this will be connected something like this. Obviously, once we get down here to the ramp, I hope it works. I haven't tried this out on the ramp, so we'll have to see. If it doesn't work, then we're kind of in trouble. But basically what'll happen is those 3 lines will come down from there, and they'll get raised up to here. I might just do that the whole way down, because they're going to have to go up anyways. They'll come straight across. Well, it also depends on how much those produce. I think we'll be fine, because we can do 120 per minute or whatever. We're gonna try and limit splitting stuff as much as possible, but we can't combine stuff either. Down the road, maybe it all depends on how stuff scales. Obviously, you know, better miners means more materials, so even if we unlock better conveyors, we're still going to have more material to put on those conveyors anyway. So we got to keep that in mind. But this will basically end up being connected. I could probably just connect it straight up like that. Obviously, that's not the right conveyor because this is, what, 120? But it's just to get the basic layout. So all this will need to be is just walled in. So we'll go ahead and we'll throw out the walls right now. Now, the highways themselves are going to use the silver metal walls, and the buildings are going to be using these. I want to say they're wooden almost. They look wooden to me, but obviously I don't know for sure. I don't know what they're made out of, because they use metal and concrete. I think in reality what they are is they're metal and concrete walls, but they're painted. I think they're already painted when you start the game, because it looks like it's that, but I honestly don't know. But we'll go ahead and we'll enclose this. And I'm not too worried about those couple of trees that are on the outside. But what'll end up happening is up on the highway there will be, like up on top, there will be an entrance that you can use to access this building from the top. So instead of using the bottom to access it, you can access it from both the top and the bottom. But basically what that means is by keeping that at height, it gives me the ability to run all the resources up underneath, keep it nice, tight, and clean. But also, I can build a bridge that goes up to there if I need to. I have it going down to there. I can kind of do whatever I need to, and instead of having a bunch of smaller highways branching off, have 1 or 2 big main highways that are very compact, so I'm not having to go 8 different places to run stuff. But then these will basically connect like that. Part of me wants to enclose this, so we could do something like that, maybe? And that way you can still get into the area here. We'll build these up real quick. Yeah, I'll have to check up top, because again, these are also spaced out a little weirdly, so they don't match exactly. Because, whoops, the whole thing is meant to be, so like this, there won't be walls up the entirety of it. There's only going to be the walls in the center to kind of, I don't know, give it a more rough feel, I guess. I don't know. There's not really a huge plan for this yet. But this is kind of the basic idea for everything. This is how everything's going to basically be put together. Let's quickly, while we're here... Oh, I don't have that selected anymore. Alright, well that's not working. Oh, you know what I can do? I'm an idiot. Did I place one under here? Oh, I guess I placed it inside it somehow. What we'll do is we'll do... that. Now I've got a temporary ladder I can use to get up here. So, if we want to do an entrance... Whoops, I gotta remember I don't have that selected. Every time I get something... I get used to it, I end up changing it, so... We could have a little stairwell there or something. And again, because the walls aren't, like you can see here, the walls aren't right on the outside. Got an idea. I want to try something real quick. So if I do it like that, I could then just make the walls match going down. I'll have to kind of redo the whole thing, but it won't look quite as bad, I think. And we'll only do this for the walls that are on the outside of it. So, in this case, we would put... Oh, we gotta go in here. So we'll do that. And that'll be kind of the roof section. And then we'll have walls coming down just like this. And you can see it. Ooh, I'm gonna fall. You can see here it phases through the wall, but it gives us the ability that this is still, like, you'll see the highway there, but it's kind of a good marker, I guess, of where everything is. But it provides a really good, whoops. It provides a good area for a roof or something like that. But I don't know about stairs. I guess I could put stairs in. Well, I don't know what I would do for stairs. Part of me wants to do like the walkway type stairs, which I could. Or it's not really stairs, it's a ramp, but... But if I did that, I would do it with a turn in it. My only concern is if it's gonna be... Yeah, it looks like it will be too close there. Yeah, that's too much, I think. They do have the other stairs, like the regular stairs, I can try too real quick. And see how that kind of works, which is this kind. I haven't really used them yet. Oh, okay, so they work like that. They actually can connect at the end. Oh, okay. That's cool. The only problem now is just that it's not tall enough. Trying to think how I could... I guess what I could do is just have it so that it starts. So... Because there's no, like... I don't know if we'll ever unlock a walkway that goes with it. Because there's no, like, additional stairway up to here or something like that. Kinda sucks. I wonder if I can snap that to it, though. Nope, doesn't look like it. Huh. Alright. Well, this is gonna be something I'm gonna have to come back to, because I don't want to mess with it too much longer. We'll eventually make it work one way or another. I mean, the only other thing I could really do is just switch the side that the door is on. Which I think would end up making more sense, but... I mean, the only other option is just not having the door at all, just doing it the way I was originally going to do it. Huh. I don't know. That's a toughie. But it seems like this layout will work. So we got those two. Let's go figure out down bottom here. We're gonna have to rebuild this whole factory too, which kind of sucks because I spent a pretty good amount of time on it. Basically, this one here, you won't be able to access, like, well, I guess you could, because this is the bottom here, you'd want to access it from the bottom. I didn't really sort that one out. I'll have to think of how we're gonna do that. Because that right there is the current connection to the old highway, is at that level. So that's gonna be, that's a tough one to figure out. I mean, if I wanted to, I could take out a section of this so that you drive under, but you won't be able to get back up to the top. I guess I think what I'll have to do is just tear the whole thing down, rebuild it, get everything up to where I want it to be, and then go from there. I just don't know how I'm going to connect it up. I think what I'll end up having to do is just have a conveyor lift or two right here that will come up. And then we'll just shrink this whole factory way down. Because, I mean, you can see just how massive it is. But it was because I thought it was going to be a whole different building than it is now. So I've got a lot of work ahead of me to tear this down and get everything to where I want it. But at least you guys get to see kind of the basic layout of how I'm doing things. I'm trying to do it kind of clean, but also like how I like it. So you can see here, I mean, holy cow, you can see that's turning into quite the facility. Once we get closer to having this done, you'll have all these running underneath and then the nice highway up top. The one thing I wish they would add in is like a guardrail or something where you could put a post and then put a post and it'll snap two rails to it or something. Because that in and of itself would give so many more opportunities for design and for building. So if you guys, if Satisfactory, or is it Coffee Stain, if you guys are watching, was it Jace? I want to say Jace. I really, really hope I'm not messing that up because I think he's the community guy. I watch everything he's putting out. If you guys are watching, that would be awesome. That's just one of the few, like I don't have many requests, and what I don't know if I've put in any. I know that there's, I think he just mentioned that they have an idea board, so I might look at putting the stuff up there and seeing if that does anything. I mean, but I'm just excited to see where this game goes. There's a few things I don't like about it, but it looks like they're really listening to people and making some good decisions about it. Not often I get to say that anymore. So it's a very, very nice thing to see. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to call it here for this episode. I've got a lot of work ahead of me to get this finished up. And I might have to call in the cavalry. I might have to call in some backup to come help me finish this up. We'll have to see. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed, you know what to do. Leave a like. If you didn't, you know what to do too. If you really liked it, go ahead and subscribe, and then you can hit that bell Wow. Hit that bell. There it is. You can hit the bell next to the subscribe button, and that'll notify you every single time I upload. And yeah, I will see you next time. Peace.